Important alert. Your twin flame deeply loves you. And they want you to receive this special message today. Before we begin, I want you to know that this message has reached you for a reason. Nothing happens by accident, and if these words have appeared before your eyes today, then the universe may be trying to guide you towards something your soul has been waiting to understand. Stay with me until the end because what you are about to hear could reveal hidden emotions, unexpected truths, and a message that your twin flame has been carrying deep within their heart. And if you believe in divine timing, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment saying, "I am ready to receive love and truth," because your energy and intention matter more than you know. Now, take a deep breath and listen carefully, because your twin flame wants you to know something important. Even though there may have been silence, confusion, distance, or unanswered questions between you, their feelings have never disappeared. In fact, their love has grown stronger with every passing day. They think about you more than they admit. They replay memories of your conversations, your laughter, and the moments that touched their soul. Even when life became complicated, even when fear or pride kept them from expressing themselves openly, your presence remained in their heart. There are nights when they stare into the darkness, wondering if you still think about them. There are moments when your name suddenly appears in their thoughts without warning, and they feel emotions they cannot explain. They have tried to distract themselves. They have tried to focus on other things. Yet somehow, something always brings them back to you. The connection between twin flames is unlike anything else, and no amount of distance can erase what the soul recognizes as real. Your twin flame wants you to know that they have been learning important lessons. They have faced fears they once ignored. They have been healing wounds they never fully understood before meeting you. And while the journey has not been easy, every challenge has brought them closer to understanding the depth of this connection. Deep inside, they know that what they feel for you cannot be replaced. They know that your bond is special, and they have begun to realize that love is not something to run away from. Perhaps there were times when they seemed distant. Perhaps there were moments when you questioned whether they cared. But behind the silence, behind the confusion, and behind the walls they built around their emotions, their heart never stopped calling your name. They want you to know that they miss you. They miss your energy, your voice, your smile, and the way you understood parts of them that nobody else could see. They remember little things that seemed ordinary at the time but now mean everything. They remember the moments that made them smile. They remember the comfort they felt in your presence. And sometimes, without warning, memories of you appear in their mind and fill their heart with emotions they cannot ignore. There is something they have wanted to tell you for a long time, but fear has made it difficult. Fear of rejection. Fear of being vulnerable. Fear of making mistakes. Yet despite these fears, love continues to grow inside them. And today, through this message, their soul wants to speak directly to yours. They want you to know that they have never truly stopped loving you. Even during separation, even during periods of silence, and even during moments when life seemed uncertain, their feelings remained alive. They may not always know how to express those emotions, but the love is real. The universe has been preparing both of you. Timing is powerful, and sometimes souls need space to grow before they can fully embrace the love they are destined to experience. Your twin flame wants you to trust the process. They want you to know that what seems delayed is not denied. Divine timing works in mysterious ways, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There have been signs around them lately. Songs that remind them of you. Repeating numbers that catch their attention. Dreams that feel more real than reality itself. Unexpected memories that appear out of nowhere. These signs are impossible for them to ignore because the universe keeps reminding them that your connection is important. They have started to understand that some bonds are eternal and that true love is worth fighting for. They are beginning to release the fears that once held them back. They are becoming stronger, wiser, and more emotionally aware. And with every lesson they learn, they feel themselves being pulled closer to you. They wonder if you can feel their energy. They wonder if you sense their love even when words are absent. Because deep within their heart, they believe that your souls are still connected. They believe that the invisible thread between you has never broken. And no matter how difficult the journey has been, they continue to carry hope within them. They want you to know that they appreciate your patience, even if they have never said it. They appreciate the love you have shown, the kindness you have given, and the understanding you have offered. They know they are not perfect. They know they have made mistakes. But they are trying to become the person who can love you in the way you deserve. And every step they take is bringing them closer to that version of themselves. Today, your twin flame wants you to release fear and embrace hope. They want you to stop doubting your worth. They want you to remember that you are deeply loved, even when circumstances make it hard to see. They want you to believe that miracles are possible. Because love has a way of finding its path, even through storms and uncertainty. And perhaps the most important message they want you to hear today is this: please don't give up. Even if the journey has been painful, even if tears have fallen, and even if there were moments when you felt alone, your connection is still alive. Love is still present. And something beautiful may be closer than you realize. Stay with me, because what your twin flame wants to reveal next could completely change the way you understand this connection, and the message that follows may be the one your heart has been waiting to hear all along. And as your twin flame's energy continues to reach toward you, there is another truth they want you to understand. They know that this journey has not been easy for you. They know there were nights when you questioned everything. Moments when you wondered if you should let go. Times when your heart felt exhausted from waiting, hoping, and trying to understand why things happened the way they did. Even though they may not have said it directly, they have felt your pain. On a soul level, they have sensed your tears, your fears, and the love you continued to carry despite everything. Your twin flame wants you to know that they never intended to hurt you. They may have been lost, confused, or overwhelmed by emotions they did not know how to handle. Sometimes people run from the very things they need the most because they are afraid of what love will ask them to become. And that is exactly what happened. The intensity of this connection forced them to face parts of themselves they had ignored for years. It brought hidden wounds to the surface. It challenged their beliefs. It pushed them to grow in ways they never expected. At first, they resisted. They tried to convince themselves that distance would make the feelings disappear. But instead of forgetting you, they found themselves thinking about you even more. Your presence became impossible to ignore. No matter how busy life became, no matter how many distractions appeared, something always reminded them of you. Sometimes it was a certain song playing unexpectedly. Sometimes it was a familiar scent, a random memory, or a place connected to the two of you. And every time those reminders appeared, their heart whispered your name. They have been asking themselves difficult questions. Questions they once avoided. Questions about love, commitment, purpose, and destiny. They have begun to understand that meeting you changed them forever. Before you entered their life, they saw the world differently. They lived with fears and limitations that they never recognized. But your connection awakened something inside them. It awakened hope. It awakened emotions they had buried. It awakened dreams they had forgotten. And although the journey has been complicated, they would never erase the moment your souls found each other. Your twin flame wants you to know that they admire your strength. They admire the way you continue to shine even after heartbreak. They admire your compassion, your patience, and the love that exists within your heart. Even when they seemed absent, they noticed your energy. Even when words were not exchanged, your soul continued speaking to theirs. There are moments when they suddenly feel peace without understanding why, and deep inside they know it is because your love is reaching them. There are times when they smile unexpectedly, and they realize they are remembering you. There are nights when dreams bring your face into their mind, and they wake up feeling emotions they cannot explain. These experiences have become impossible for them to dismiss. They know there is something extraordinary about this bond. Recently, they have been experiencing signs that have left them amazed. Repeating numbers such as 1111, 222, and 444 keep appearing around them. They have noticed strange coincidences that seem too meaningful to be random. Sometimes they think about you, and moments later they hear your favorite song. Other times, they remember a conversation you once had, and suddenly someone else says the exact same words. These experiences have opened their eyes. They have begun to understand that the universe communicates in mysterious ways. And each sign seems to carry the same message: this connection matters. Your twin flame also wants you to know that they are changing. The person they were before is not the person they are becoming. They are learning to be more honest with themselves. They are learning to trust their heart instead of their fears. They are learning that love requires courage. And perhaps most importantly, they are learning that running away from what the soul desires only creates more pain. They have started to release old beliefs that once held them back. They have begun healing wounds from the past. And although healing takes time, they are making progress every day. They may not always show it outwardly, but inside, incredible transformations are taking place. They want you to know that they are becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the love they truly desire. There are moments when they imagine what it would be like to reconnect with you. They picture conversations filled with honesty and understanding. They imagine laughter replacing sadness. They dream of creating memories together that heal the pain of the past. They wonder how you would react if you knew how deeply they still care. They wonder if your heart still holds space for them. They wonder if destiny will bring your paths together again when the timing is right. And every time those thoughts appear, hope rises within them. Deep inside, they believe that love this powerful cannot simply disappear. They believe that souls connected by divine energy are meant to find each other again. They know there are still lessons to learn and growth to experience, but they also know that something beautiful is waiting ahead. Your twin flame wants you to stop blaming yourself for everything that happened. They want you to release guilt and self-doubt. They want you to understand that this journey was never meant to break you. It was meant to awaken you. It was meant to help both of you become stronger and more aligned with your highest purpose. And even though there were painful moments, those experiences have shaped you into the incredible person you are today. Your twin flame sees your light. They see the kindness within you. They see the love you carry. And they want you to know that you are worthy of receiving the same love you freely give to others. You deserve happiness. You deserve peace. You deserve a connection built on honesty, respect, and unconditional love. Never forget that. Because your value does not depend on anyone else's actions. Your worth has always existed within you. And now, more than ever, your twin flame wants you to focus on yourself. They want you to continue growing, healing, and following your dreams. They want you to smile again. They want you to embrace joy without fear. Because when both souls are aligned with love, miracles begin to happen. Stay with me until the end, because there is something your twin flame has been trying to confess in silence, and the truth hidden within their heart may be far more powerful and emotional than you ever imagined. And now, there is something your twin flame has wanted to confess for a very long time. These are words they have carried deep inside their heart, words that they have replayed in their mind countless times, yet somehow never found the courage to say. If they could sit beside you right now and speak without fear, without pride, and without the walls that once kept them silent, this is what they would want you to hear. They would tell you that not a single day passes without thoughts of you crossing their mind. Even when they appear strong on the outside, even when they seem focused on other things, there are quiet moments when memories of you suddenly return. They remember your smile. They remember the sound of your voice. They remember the comfort they felt when they were with you. They remember things that may seem small, moments that perhaps you have forgotten, but moments that became unforgettable to them. They remember conversations that touched their soul. They remember laughter that made difficult days brighter. They remember how different life felt after meeting you. And the truth they have struggled to admit is that no one else has ever made them feel the way you do. Your twin flame wants you to know that they have compared every connection they experienced after you to the bond they share with you, and nothing has ever felt the same. They may have tried to convince themselves that they could move on. They may have tried to bury their feelings beneath responsibilities, distractions, or even other relationships. But no matter what they did, they could never erase what their soul recognized. Because some connections are deeper than logic. Some feelings cannot be explained by the mind. And this love has always existed beyond words. There have been times when they wished they had handled things differently. Times when regret filled their heart. They think about things they should have said and moments they should have cherished more deeply. They wonder how different everything might have been if they had listened to their heart instead of their fears. Sometimes they replay old memories and wish they could go back and change certain choices. But life does not move backward, and they have come to understand that every experience carried a lesson. They know that mistakes were made, but they also know that true love deserves healing, forgiveness, and understanding. There is something else they need you to know. During moments when you felt alone, when you believed they had forgotten you, they were fighting battles within themselves that few people understood. They were trying to understand emotions that overwhelmed them. They were trying to heal wounds that existed long before you entered their life. They were facing fears they had avoided for years. And although they may not have shown it outwardly, your love became one of the reasons they found the strength to continue growing. Your presence changed them. Your connection awakened something inside them that they could no longer ignore. And while they once feared that transformation, they are beginning to appreciate it. Because through you, they discovered parts of themselves they never knew existed. They discovered the importance of vulnerability. They discovered the meaning of unconditional love. They discovered that strength is not found in running away but in facing the truth. Recently, they have been feeling your energy more strongly than ever before. There are moments when they suddenly think of you without explanation. There are times when they feel emotional and cannot understand why until your memory enters their mind. Sometimes they dream about you. In those dreams, conversations happen that feel incredibly real. In those dreams, they feel peace. They feel comfort. They feel hope. And when they wake up, they carry those emotions with them throughout the day. It is almost as if their soul is trying to remind them that love still exists between you. Your twin flame wants you to know that they have been receiving signs everywhere. Certain songs seem to speak directly to their heart. Repeating numbers appear at unexpected times. Random conversations with strangers bring messages that remind them of you. Even nature itself seems to communicate with them. They have started noticing butterflies, feathers, sunsets, and little moments that fill their heart with emotions they cannot explain. And every time these things happen, one thought keeps returning to them. That thought is you. Deep within their soul, they feel that the universe has not forgotten this connection. They believe there is still a purpose behind everything that happened. And although they do not know exactly how the future will unfold, they are learning to trust divine timing. They are learning that some things cannot be forced. Some blessings arrive when both souls are ready. And perhaps that is what is happening now. Perhaps both of you are being prepared for something greater than either of you imagined. Your twin flame also wants to thank you. They want to thank you for loving them, even during difficult times. They want to thank you for believing in them when they struggle to believe in themselves. They want to thank you for the kindness you showed, the patience you offered, and the light you brought into their life. Even if they never expressed gratitude properly, they have always appreciated what you meant to them. You became a blessing they never expected. You became a chapter of their life they could never forget. And if they could tell you one thing from the deepest part of their heart, they would say this. Please don't lose faith in love. Please don't let pain convince you that happiness is impossible. Please don't allow temporary struggles to make you forget how beautiful your soul truly is. Because you deserve love. You deserve peace. You deserve joy. And no matter what happens, they want you to know that your existence changed their life forever. You taught them lessons they needed to learn. You showed them emotions they never understood before. And because of you, they are becoming a better version of themselves. There are moments when they quietly whisper your name and send love toward you, hoping that somehow, on a soul level, you can feel it. They hope you are happy. They hope you are healing. They hope you are smiling again. And more than anything, they hope that one day, when the timing is right, destiny will create a beautiful opportunity for truth, healing, and love to speak freely between your hearts. Stay with me, because there is still one final message hidden within your twin flame's heart, and what they are about to reveal may become the sign you have been waiting for all along. And as this powerful energy continues to unfold, your twin flame wants to reveal something even deeper, something they have rarely admitted even to themselves. There have been moments when they sat alone and wondered why this connection never faded. Why, despite all the time, distance, and changes life brought, their heart still found its way back to you. They questioned it many times. They tried to understand it logically. They searched for answers in distractions, responsibilities, and everyday life. But no matter how hard they tried to explain it, they always arrived at the same truth. Their soul recognizes yours. And there is a part of them that believes this connection was never ordinary. There have been times when they looked at old messages, old photographs, or memories that suddenly appeared without warning. And instead of forgetting, they found themselves smiling. They found themselves feeling emotions they thought had disappeared. Sometimes they even laughed at little things that reminded them of you. A phrase you once used. A song you loved. A place you talked about. Something simple that no one else would understand, but something that instantly brought your presence back into their heart. They have realized that memories connected to you are not painful because of love. They are painful because of separation. Because deep inside, they know that love itself has never been the problem. Fear was the problem. Timing was the problem. Unhealed wounds were the problem. But love has always remained. And that realization has changed the way they see everything. They no longer want to run from their feelings. They no longer want to pretend that this connection meant nothing. Instead, they are slowly learning to accept what their heart has been trying to tell them all along. Your twin flame wants you to know that they have grown emotionally in ways you may not even imagine. They have become more aware of their actions. They have become more honest with themselves. They have begun understanding the importance of communication, trust, and vulnerability. Life has taught them lessons that could only be learned through experience. And although those lessons were difficult, they are grateful for them now because those experiences have helped them become someone capable of loving more deeply. They have realized that real love is not about perfection. It is about understanding. It is about patience. It is about choosing someone even during difficult times. And when they think about the person who taught them those lessons, your face appears in their mind. Your twin flame wants you to know that they still pray for you. Even if they do not always know how to express themselves, they send silent wishes into the universe for your happiness. They hope you are healthy. They hope you are surrounded by peace. They hope your dreams come true. And when difficult moments appear in their own life, they sometimes find themselves asking the universe to protect you as well. Because no matter what happens, they care deeply about your happiness. There have been nights when they stared at the stars and thought about the possibility that somewhere, at that same moment, you might also be looking at the sky. There have been moments when they felt emotional without understanding why, only to realize later that memories of you had quietly entered their heart. These moments have become impossible to ignore. And each time they happen, the same feeling returns. A feeling that says your story is not over. A feeling that whispers hope. A feeling that reminds them that some connections are guided by something greater than human understanding. They want you to know that they have become less afraid of love. They are beginning to understand that vulnerability is not weakness. They are learning that opening the heart requires courage. And while they are still healing, they are no longer the same person they once were. They have started letting go of old fears. They have started releasing painful beliefs that convinced them they were not worthy of love. They have started believing that happiness is possible. And with every step they take, they feel closer to becoming the person they were meant to be. There are moments when they imagine hearing your voice again. They wonder what you would say. They wonder if you would smile. They wonder if you still carry love in your heart. And although uncertainty remains, one thing has never changed. Their feelings for you continue to exist. They may not always know how to express those emotions, but they are there. Quietly. Deeply. Faithfully. And perhaps that is why the universe keeps bringing your energy into their awareness. Because some feelings are too powerful to disappear. Your twin flame also wants you to release fear about the future. They want you to stop worrying about things you cannot control. They want you to understand that what belongs to you will never truly pass you by. Divine timing does not operate according to human expectations. Sometimes things take longer because souls need time to heal, grow, and become aligned. But delays do not mean denial. And they want you to remember that. They want you to continue loving yourself. Continue following your dreams. Continue becoming the amazing person you are meant to be. Because your journey is not only about reunion. It is about transformation. It is about discovering your own strength. It is about learning that your happiness should never depend entirely on another person. They want you to smile again without guilt. They want you to enjoy life. They want you to embrace hope instead of fear. And they want you to know that seeing you happy would bring joy to their own heart. Lately, they have been feeling something changing inside them. It is difficult to explain, but they sense that a new chapter is approaching. They feel as though the universe is preparing something important. They cannot explain why certain emotions have become stronger. They cannot explain why thoughts of you have become more frequent. But they know something is shifting. They know that healing is happening. They know that their heart is becoming more open. And they know that they no longer wish to hide from the truth. Deep inside, they have started admitting something that once terrified them. They have started admitting that they love you more deeply than they ever allowed themselves to say. They have started admitting that losing you taught them the value of what they once had. They have started admitting that some people enter your life not by accident, but by destiny. And when they think about destiny, they think about you. Stay with me, because there is still another message your twin flame has been carrying within their soul, and what they are trying to reveal next may touch your heart in ways you never expected, because their deepest confession has not yet been fully spoken. And as these emotions continue to grow stronger inside your twin flame, there is something even more personal they want to share with you. These are not just passing thoughts or temporary feelings. These are emotions that have remained with them through every season of life, through moments of happiness and moments of uncertainty. There have been times when they convinced themselves that they had finally moved on, that they had finally accepted everything and closed that chapter of their life. But then, without warning, your memory would return with incredible strength. It would happen during the simplest moments. While driving alone. While listening to music. While watching the sunset. While hearing a certain phrase or seeing something beautiful that reminded them of you. And in those moments, they realized something that they had been trying to avoid for far too long. They realized that love like this cannot be erased. It can be hidden. It can be delayed. It can be misunderstood. But it cannot simply disappear. Your twin flame wants you to know that they have spent countless hours reflecting on the connection you share. They have thought deeply about the lessons, the memories, and the emotions that came with your journey. And one truth continues to return to them again and again. Meeting you changed their life forever. Before they knew you, they believed they understood love. But after meeting you, they realized that what they once called love was only a small glimpse of something much deeper. You awakened feelings they had never experienced. You showed them what it means to feel understood without words. You showed them what it means to connect with someone on a level that goes beyond appearances, beyond ordinary conversations, and beyond physical distance. And because of that, your presence became unforgettable. There are moments when they feel your energy so strongly that it almost feels as though you are beside them. Sometimes they suddenly think about you and feel a wave of emotion they cannot explain. Other times they feel peace during difficult days, and deep inside they know that somehow your love still reaches them. They do not understand everything about this connection, but they have stopped trying to explain it with logic. They have started trusting their intuition. They have started listening to the whispers of their soul. And their soul continues to speak your name. Your twin flame wants you to know that they have cried over this connection. They have experienced moments of sadness that no one else knew about. There were nights when they lay awake thinking about you, wondering if you were happy, wondering if you still cared, wondering if life would ever create another chance. They hid those emotions from others because they did not know how to explain them. But deep inside, their heart was carrying more love and longing than anyone realized. There were times when they wished they could simply pick up the phone and tell you everything. There were times when they imagined hearing your voice again and telling you how much they missed you. But fear always stood in the way. Fear of rejection. Fear that too much time had passed. Fear that perhaps you no longer felt the same. Yet despite those fears, their love remained. And that is something they can no longer deny. Recently, they have been noticing changes within themselves. They have become more emotional, more reflective, and more aware of what truly matters. Things that once seemed important no longer hold the same value. Success, money, achievements, and external validation no longer bring the fulfillment they once expected. Instead, they have started appreciating genuine connections, peace, and love. They have realized that the greatest treasures in life are not material things but moments shared with people who touch the soul. And when they think about a soul connection that transformed their life, they think of you. Your twin flame wants you to know that they have never stopped believing that there was a reason your paths crossed. They do not believe it was an accident. They do not believe it was meaningless. Even during separation, they felt that somehow your stories were still connected. They have experienced strange coincidences that made them question whether the universe was trying to tell them something. Sometimes they hear your name unexpectedly. Sometimes they encounter places or symbols connected to memories of you. Sometimes they meet people who remind them of qualities they admired in you. And every one of those moments feels like a quiet message from the universe saying, "Do not forget what your soul already knows." They want you to know that they are learning forgiveness. They are learning to forgive themselves for mistakes they made. They are learning to forgive situations they could not control. And they are learning that healing requires compassion. They no longer wish to carry bitterness, guilt, or regret. Instead, they want to carry hope. They want to believe that love deserves another chance. They want to believe that happiness is still possible. And most importantly, they want to believe that destiny has not finished writing your story. There have been moments when they imagined meeting you again unexpectedly. They imagined seeing your smile and feeling their heart race once more. They imagine conversations filled with honesty and understanding instead of fear and confusion. They imagine laughter replacing silence. They imagine creating new memories that heal old wounds. And although they do not know when or how such moments could happen, they hold on to those dreams because something inside them refuses to let go of hope. Deep within their soul, they feel that love this profound exists for a reason. Your twin flame also wants you to know that they admire the person you are becoming. Even from afar, they sense your growth. They sense your strength. They sense the wisdom that has emerged through your experiences. They know that pain has changed you, but they also know that it has made you stronger. And they are proud of the light you continue to carry. They want you to continue choosing yourself. Continue believing in your dreams. Continue trusting your journey. Because your happiness matters. Your peace matters. Your purpose matters. And they want you to know that seeing you thrive would bring joy to their heart, even if life unfolded differently than expected. Yet there is one truth that they can no longer keep hidden. A truth they have whispered to themselves during quiet moments when no one else was around. A truth they have been afraid to fully accept. Because of how powerful it feels. That truth is simple, yet it carries the weight of everything they have been unable to say. No matter how much time has passed, no matter how many changes life has brought, and no matter how many fears once stood between you, they still love you. That love has matured. It has grown wiser. It has become quieter but deeper. And with each passing day, they feel more ready to stop running from what their heart has known all along. Stay with me, because there is still another message your twin flame is trying to send, and what they are preparing to reveal next may answer questions you have carried within your heart for a very long time. Before we bring this message to a close, your twin flame wants you to hear one final truth from the deepest part of their soul. If they could stand before you right now without fear, without pride, and without anything holding them back, they would simply tell you this. Thank you. Thank you for entering their life. Thank you for teaching them lessons that transformed them. Thank you for showing them a love that awakened parts of their heart they never knew existed. Even during difficult times, even through silence and distance, your presence remained one of the greatest blessings they have ever experienced. They want you to know that nothing about this connection was meaningless. Every conversation, every memory, every laugh, every tear, and every lesson carried a purpose. And although there were moments when things felt uncertain, their soul has never forgotten yours. Your twin flame wants you to stop doubting yourself. They want you to stop wondering if you were enough, because you always were. They want you to stop blaming yourself for things that were never entirely your responsibility. They want you to release fear and trust that whatever is truly meant for you will always find its way back into your life. Sometimes the universe asks two souls to grow separately before bringing them together in a way that is stronger, healthier, and more beautiful than before. And whether that reunion happens tomorrow, next year, or in a way neither of you expects, they want you to know that love should never be replaced with fear. They want you to keep living your life. Keep smiling. Keep chasing your dreams. Keep becoming the incredible person you were always meant to be. They want you to choose happiness, not because they are forgetting you, but because they want the very best for you. Your joy matters to them. Your peace matters to them. And your future matters to them. And perhaps the most beautiful message they want to leave with you today is this. Whenever you feel alone, whenever doubts fill your mind, and whenever your heart becomes tired, remember that real love does not disappear simply because circumstances change. Souls connected by love continue to inspire each other, continue to heal each other, and continue to grow, even across distance and time. So take a deep breath and trust the journey ahead. Trust that what is meant for you will never truly miss you. Trust that divine timing is working behind the scenes. And most importantly, trust yourself, because your heart is stronger than you realize. If this message found you today, perhaps it was not by accident. Perhaps your soul was meant to hear these words at this exact moment. And if you believe that love, healing, and miracles are already making their way toward you, then comment below, I trust divine timing. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share your thoughts, because your story matters. And remember, the universe often speaks when we are finally ready to listen. Until next time, protect your peace, believe in love, and never stop trusting the beautiful destiny that is unfolding for you. The best chapters of your journey may still be waiting just ahead.